make it to understand, say, Arteta really don't like lose. When so I try wonder if him actually like win. This starting lineup Arteta put out seemed like him just trying to drive the fans crazy. I mean, like, well, not gonna lie still, I know everything about the starting lineup. It's just the fact that him refused to play Ethan Waneri when Odegaard is not fit. Why? Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Riley's World, guys. Welcome back to Riley's World. Atletico Bilbao 0, Arsenal 2. Yes, Champions League kickoff, and the kickoff with a bang. Arsenal 3 points in the bag, away, coming home with the 3 points. That is it. Guys, you know I like to do it. I like to first and foremost give thanks to the Most High, you know what I mean, for the health and strength and the guidance to do what I do, you know what I mean. He's the one that gives me the courage and the strength to do this channel, to give you all these content, you know what I mean. So I'm doing what I'm doing, producing contents for y'all. I need y'all to do what y'all do. Like and subscribe to the channel. Yes, in the full heat of the matter, Champions League kickoff, Arsenal 3 points on the road, up and running. I'm telling you, it was a game of 2 halves for Arsenal. You know what I mean? The first half was difficult. The first half was difficult. You know, we look at the starting lineup again. We see Arsenal have the likes of Mourinho, Declan Rice, and Zubimendi. You know what I mean? And I'm saying to myself, yeah, why? Why? You know, because I can see Gyökeres suffering again up in that attack. You know what I mean? Lack of creativity. You understand what I'm saying? And it was. You know what I mean? It was. I understand that Arteta love a strong defense. You know what I mean? He love a strong defense. Or we can see the defensiveness of the team. You know what I mean? The team is well composed defensively. Right? So I'm saying, let's use our attack to its advantage as well. Right? Mourinho start again, and to me it was a defensive setup, and I think that we needed to show some more flair. You know what I mean? I am not too. I don't like to lose, just like Arteta. I don't like to lose. Arsenal leave it until the second half. Arsenal leave it until the second half, guys. It was a game of 2 halves for me. You know what I mean? I wasn't thrilled with the starting lineup, you know what I mean? Because I like Mourinho as a player, guys, you know what I mean? But I don't like to see Mourinho in my midfield. You get what I'm saying? No, I like Mourinho as my backup striker. You get me? And Arteta went ahead with a defensive mindset team for me. You know what I mean? With the 3 defensive midfield lineup again. You get me? And because of that, to me, the game was, Arsenal was lack creativeness. You know what I mean? There was nobody in the middle of the park to push through some true ball where Victor Gyökeres could run at. Because Atletico Club was pressing high. And this game was made for Victor Gyökeres, and he still struggled. You know what I mean? He still struggled because of the team setup, right? And the team defensively, the team is awesome. You know what I mean? And I'm tired of when me and my peers talking and we're trying to do some scoreline prediction and all of that. They keep on breaching my defense. Jigga, you keep on breaching my defense. You know what I mean? I don't see my defense being breached this season this easily. You get what I'm saying? Mascara, what a talented young man. What a talent. I mean, like, Champions League debut. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, I didn't miss Saliba. You know what I mean? I didn't miss Willie. And it's not that we're saying that Mosquera is better than Willie. No. I'm just saying that the kid held his own. You know what I mean? The kid held his own. He stood firm and he make people take note. You understand what I'm saying? The kid hold him one. You know what else I didn't miss today? Well, I miss him a little bit because I know say with all of that he would have probably scored a goal or a couple of assists. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying that the team cope without him. Bakaya Saka. You know what I mean? We coped without him today. And we coped very well. Nana Madueke was giving that wing back nightmare. You know what I mean? We can see the raw talent of Nana Madueke. We just need him to be more composed. You know what I mean? And just be more decisive. But trust me, he's a young lad, he's growing, and he's gonna be something special. It's gonna be something special. You know what I mean? It was a good performance from the team. You know what I mean? As I said, I think Arteta got the starting level a bit off. You know what I mean? But I can tell you one thing he got right. He got the substitutes right. You know what I mean? I always had in my starting 11 that Gabby was going to come on. I didn't have him starting. I had Trossard started, but he still went ahead and he started Easy. You know what I mean? I think Easy right now is still a little bit off in terms of where he needs to be. So I would have not started Easy in this game. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even have played him. You know what I mean? But that was the starting lineup that went out. And Gabby came on. And immediately, it was an instant impact. 36 seconds, it was a goal. He scored in 36 seconds. The two substitute combined for the first goal, and the two substitute combined again for the second goal. You know, it was a lovely second half of football. You know what I mean? That's where we started to enjoy the game. You know what I mean? When the changes were made at the right time. You know, and 3 points. You know, 3 points. You know what I mean? I think we're the second team, if I'm not mistaken, or the second English team or something like that to beat Atletico at home. You get me? And I think we have about this is our 6th Spanish team that we're beating now in a row. You know, so Arsenal need to make a mark in this competition. You know what I mean? Arsenal is the biggest club in the Champions League never to win the Champions League. And that need to change. Arteta need to be brave and he need to be bold. You know what I mean? We have probably the best defensive team in football right now. But we also have a solid attack. And I think we need to mix them well. We need to go out and play ball, show team who we are. We have to allow the attackers to express themselves and so they can be the best in what they do. You know what I mean? We have to give them that confidence. We're not giving them that confidence when one of our attacker out and we're afraid to play the other one. You know, as I said, I didn't like the fact that Ethan Wanero didn't get his shot today. You know what I mean? Because I think it would have been a different ball game. You know what I mean? That's my thought on it. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, Arsenal came away with the 3 points, and that's what we went there for. It's an away game. We went there for the 3 points, and we got the 3 points. You know what I mean? And so it's a beautiful beautiful start to our Champions League campaign. You know what I mean? And we did it as well with some injuries. You know, we did it with some injuries, and it was well done. It was well executed. It was a clean sheet. It was amazing. You know what I mean? It's an amazing day for us. You know what I mean? We're looking forward right now to Manchester City on Sunday. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, guys, it's a wrap for me. Arsenal 2, Atletico Club 0. You know what I mean? We went, we conquered, and we came back with the 3 points. You know what I mean? It was a good day. It was a good day. You know what I mean? Thank you guys for being here. This is Riley's World.